Hello! About time we wrap this thing up, huh? Not used to going live in this short order, but hey. Yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy ride so far, honestly. I didn't expect Part 3 to be this popular, although it is the part of the game where Ike shows up, so I guess it makes the most sense. Yeah, we're only gonna be doing... This is our clear file from last time, obviously. I hope you like plot, because there's a lot of this in this... There's gonna be a lot of it in this stream. We might only be doing the one chapter, now that I think about it, because there's a lot that has to go right here, and there's a lot of, like, very random customization options that I also have to get right. So, I'm just gonna get into it, because I think there's a lot of cutscenes at the start here. Similar to last time.
Queen Alencia and the dragons of Golgoa persuade both armies to accept a temporary truce. The blue light that burns within the medallion grows more fierce with each passing day. To prevent the awakening of the evil trapped within, the fighting must be stopped. However, the Apostle and her army refuse to abandon Sephiron's forces in Benyan. Though they hoped the Daein would cease fighting, they knew battle was inevitable. The bloodshed begins anew.
Endgame, from Pain Awakening. You sure it's pronounced Sephiron and not Sephiron? Like, a blood pact? A piece of parchment forced you into this hopeless war? How terrible. I'm sorry for what you've been put through, Messiah. The uprising in the Empire continues. The Apostles' people await her return as they fight against the Senate. Casualties mount each day. We know how urgently the Apostles' army needs to reach the Empire. However, if we let their army pass through Daein, the Senate will surely invoke the Blood Pact and destroy us. But why haven't you told the Apostles' army about all this? Surely an alliance between your army and theirs could overcome the Senate. Attacking the Senate is not an option for us. If it were, we would have marched against them when this all started. If we were to side with Ike, the Senate would use the curse against us. The death of the Senate will not stop the curse. No matter what happens, the result remains the same, the obliteration of Daein. What tragedy. Is there any hope for Daein at all? There is. One person who holds a glimmer of hope for all of us. Queen Almeida! Queen Almeida, what do you know about the Blood Pact? You know something, don't you? I saw the look on your face. You noticed something even before Peleus told us about the pact. If there's something you know that we don't, please tell us. I know nothing. Mother, please tell the truth. Mother, if you can't help us, then there's no hope for Dane. I guess we were right. We have no choice but to wager my life. Peleus, wait! Just wait! I'm going to tell you something, but you mustn't tell the others. In the Benion era, year 626, a terrible plague swept through Dane, killing over 1,000 people. Yes, including nearly the entire royal family. Those who had ruled and those who destined to do so. None were spared except Ashnard, who ascended the throne in the wake of it all. I've heard that tragic story for as long as I can remember. That was no disease. It was the curse of a blood pact. What? It was all plotted by my husband in a bid to claim the throne of Dane. Ashnard tricked his father into signing a blood pact with a traveling wise man. Ashnard convinced the king that he was signing a contract to procure the services of the wise man, which was true in a fashion. With the pact signed, Ashnard had the wise man invoke the curse. My husband looked on in triumph as the royal family began to wither. The power of the curse killed nearly every royal in the line of the throne. It was brilliant. With no one to block his way to the throne, Ashnard executed his master stroke. He killed his father and took the crown from his head. What's important is that after killing his father, Ashnard was not cursed himself. He broke the pact's curse? In order to break the curse of the Blood Pact, two conditions must be met. The destruction of the document itself, and the death of the one bound to it. Either condition by itself is not enough. I watched it happen. Ashnard killed his father, then tore apart the pact. And before my eyes, the mark of the pact faded from the dead king's arm. The destruction of the document and the death of the one bound. How could you, Almeida? How could you not tell us? You knew all along. Because I was terrified. I knew that once you found out the truth, you would butcher my dear son to save your doomed country. I would rather watch all day in Paris than lose my Peleus. Mother, thank you. Thank you for telling us. It makes my decision much easier. I will save Dane. No! I won't let you die! You are all I have left in this world, Peleus. If only you knew how much I've sacrificed for you. I never should have said anything. I can't bear to lose you again, Peleus. Please don't die. I'm sorry, Mother. My mind is made up. This has to happen. Then I shall die as well. I will take my own life if necessary. Mother? Earth? Stop! Please, sister. You must calm down. Sister? Don't you understand? I can't feel this way any longer. I do understand, Almeida. More than you realize. Everyone, as you've heard, there are two conditions to breaking the Blood Pact. The destruction of the physical document and the death of the Pact Maker. However, it takes two parties to make a pact. Oh, I see. Yes, Ashnard once told me he considered killing the man who created his father's Blood Pact instead. I didn't know why until now. This means that we could kill the senator who signed the pact instead of Peleus. It's possible, but very difficult. We'll need not only to hunt down the senator, but find the document, with no idea where to start. Dane could be annihilated in the time it would take to look. Oh, Earth, please, please save my Peleus. I need your help. Help me protect Dane until we get our chance to break the Blood Pact. I no longer have any power of my own. You're my only hope now, little brother. Please, Kurt. Of course, my dear sister. That is why I came when you called me. I shall protect Dane for you and for Peleus. So please, put your mind at ease. Oh, Kurt, thank you. I'm so sorry for everything I put you and Father through. I'm so sorry. Sir, I've just received a very disturbing message from Prince Karthaga. Don't tell me. No luck, right? It is far worse than that. Prince Karthaga has decided to fight for Dane. What? Why? He was supposed to stop them from fighting, and now he wants to fight us instead? Oh, this is just perfect. He has a good reason to side with them, but I'm afraid I cannot tell you why. Wonderful. So, we still have to fight Dane, and they've added one of the supposedly neutral dragons of Goldoa to their army? I'm sorry, Ike. I will try to reason with Prince Kurth again. It was the prince's wish to come here. King Deginsia knows nothing of this visit. Be that as it may, for a prince of the dragon tribe to stand on the battlefield, it is unacceptable. I must talk him out of it. I'm sorry, Ina. I know you've been doing your best to... Wait, are you talking to him with that stone? Yes, we dragons have the power to sense the presence of our allies. If that ally is someone we care for very much, then we can communicate telepathically. With the Sending Stone, we can use this telepathy across extreme distances. I just hope he listens to me. We can't afford to fuel the flames of the Fire Emblem. It's almost done. Do what you can to convince the prince to stay out of this. I would have preferred to avoid a fight, but once again, Micaiah isn't giving us much of a choice. I will do my best, Sir Ike. Ooh, music change. I have a lot of issues with how the plot kind of unfolds at this point in the game. The Blood Pact I kind of see as, like, kind of a... I mentioned it last stream. I see it as a plot MacGuffin that was created basically to stop the narrative from slipping into extreme plot holes, but... I don't know. I think a lot of people that play this game end up hating Almeida just because she's so doting on Peleus that she's willing to withhold a ton of information. By the by, if you agree to kill Peleus, her dialogue doesn't change very much, and it kind of makes Kurthnaga's reasoning to... because he still will side with Dane in this instance. I guess outside of familial love or what have you, it doesn't make a lot of sense why he's fighting for Dane, but anyway. We're back on Ike's group for the time being, and this chapter has a lot going on for it. First off, Ike himself promotes at the end of this chapter. I did get him to level 20 last time, so we're good on that front. If he's not, you really want to make sure that he is, because he's got a lot of heavy lifting due coming up. He's about as good as he's gonna get. I don't really know what else to say in that regard. Also, this whole crew is at the forefront of our army. I don't know why. I don't know why all the Crimean Knights are at the front here, but, yeah, anyway. The other piece of this is that, yeah, I'm really gonna want Rayson front and center here. I forget if Ranulf is force deployed. I could double check right now, actually. I haven't been using my handy-dandy guide for this a lot, but I think he's force deployed. Oh dear god, there's a lot here. Oh yeah, Ranulf is force deployed, so I might want to give him an elixir or concoction if I have a spare one around. Yep, I got a spare concoction, here you go, and we'll give you the rest. I'm gonna need do I have a spare Lagoo stone at all? No. Okay. We've also got a ton of spare, upgradable options here. You know what I mean, upgrade items. So I might toss some of those out. This chapter I'm gonna use twofold. One is to do a very elaborate and kind of stupid scheme involving Soren. In order to do that, I'm gonna need to get my handy-dandy Meteor Tome back out of storage. The other thing I'm gonna do is take these out. This is basically all the equipment I'm gonna need. My Elven Tome, my Forged Wind Tome, which still hasn't broken yet, go figure. Alongside a couple of other things. Mist's inventory is good. Actually, wait, it's not. The other important piece of this chapter to make sure I'm not completely roadblocked are Restore and Physics staffs. Mist isn't a very good candidate for a Physics staff because she can only get up to 8 range with it. But, my boy, where is he? Oh, I saw you earlier. Yep, he's up here. Rice. He's already got a restore staff. I'm going to want to give him a physics staff as well. We've got 2 here, and we've got another one in Micaiah's army. That's going to be good, because I really like the fact that we're going to have 3 going into the some of our endgame stuff here. Mia's inventory is close to perfect. She'll be tagging along. Basically everybody that I did not bring alongside during the last map. Like, I don't know if Boyd is going to be sitting this one out or not. He might. It depends. I need to bring as good of an army as possible here. To that extent, like, Oscar's going to be coming along, Titania's going to be coming along, Soren has to... I believe Sigrona's force deployed, so I'm going to prep her for battle as well. She's not bad, mainly because I need a solid mage killer. We have so many goddamn units, I can't keep track of everybody. Yeah, I think you're probably going to need a javelin more than anything else, which I don't have, but I can buy a couple. Let's buy 2 and then stick them in the convoy. Yeah, we have 134 spots because of how much we've been able to get. Yeah, the shop also sells pretty much everything we would want. If I remember correctly, the bargain section, though... Spare Rolf's bow? I swear there was a silencer here, but let me check, because... Oh yeah, we've got 2 here, that's how we get it. Let me check my supports really fast, because... You're already at A, you're not gonna hit A until later. And I think, yeah, this one isn't upgrading either. I can't see a lot of all of Har's options yet, but believe me, he's got a really good one that I'm holding out on for the time being. And the only 2 options for Braum, even though I'm not using him, are Nathan and Heather. Let's go ahead and view these before I really get into the finer points of things. Master and Pupil shows up no matter what. Protection is special, however. The reason that I prioritize giving Mist and Void an A support is that you need one in order to see this. Excuse me for the cough. I'm tempted to get a drink of water here, but I think I'm gonna... Oh, jeez, no. Hang on. I'm gonna do that right now, because otherwise my throat is gonna be shot going into this, and I don't want that. Sorry about that. I was just like, oh no, like, because there was... I thought that the cutscenes would be more extensive at the beginning there, but yeah, it's only... There's gonna be more and more and more and more words as we go on. So let's go ahead and view protection. What's this? A bag of spirit powder? Yeah, you said you wanted one, right? And you found one for me? Thanks, Boyd. You're the greatest. Yeah, well, you always take such good care of us. What's wrong, Mist? Are you feeling sick? You look a little pale. Yeah, I've been feeling a bit under the weather lately. Hey, you can't go out and fight if you're feeling sick. You should rest. No, no way. Mist? I'm staying with everyone. I have to. I'm not going to be left behind. Something might happen. But you're in no condition to... Dad never came back. He died somewhere, and I wasn't there to say goodbye. But that's why I'm not staying behind. I want to stay with my family until our last moment together. Please, Boyd, don't stop me. Alright, I won't say anything. I won't tell you to stay behind, either. I guess I'll just have to be careful to protect you when you're out in the fields. Does that sound good? Yes, Boyd. Thank you. Bit cute right there. Anyway, this is the other one. You get this no matter what. Ah, I see. Then you secure it right here, and there, it's finished. Yeah, Shannon, you're the greatest. I'm so proud that you're my teacher. Oh, come on, Rolf. Don't make puppy eyes at me. What? But it's true. You're really amazing. Cut it out, kid. You exaggerate too much. Are you going to sell this one to Amy again? Can I come along, please? I'm not selling this one. What? But... Oh, I got it. You're gonna use it yourself. Then I can fight alongside you? I want you to teach me that trick when you shoot them in the neck and then... We can talk about that later. Here, this is for you. Go on. Take it. But this is... You've been running around camp with that silly grin plastered on your face, but I can tell all the fighting's wearing you down. I can't help you get a good night's sleep, or make you eat your vegetables, but I can see that you're using a decent bow. Shannon... I don't know why we're fighting this stinking war, but I ain't about to die like a dog. And I know you're too young to be pushing up daisies. But What's your problem, kid? I can't possibly pay you back for it. A great bow like this. Oh, what can I do? You taught me how to shoot a bow, how to make a bow, and that's not all. You've given me so much, and yet there's nothing I can do to pay you back for it. Of all the stupid... Ouch! Quit whining at me. Ow! You didn't have to hit me with that bow. Did I ever ask you to pay me back? Did I ever tell you to help my... Oh god, hang on, let me try that again. Did I ever tell you my help had any strings attached? No. Kids should be kids and just learn from their elders. But if you want to pay me back, then be better than me. Doesn't matter if it's using a bow or making one, just do it better. Then I can point you and tell people, that's the best student I ever had. Shannon, I look after you because you have talent. I like watching you, kid. I like watching you shoot better every single day, you know? But if someone sticks an arrow in your eye, I ain't gonna have any way to pass the time, so stay sharp, you hear? Fine. Thanks, Master. I'll do my best to surpass you, I swear. Master? I think I like the sound of that. Keep listening to me, and you'll be alright. Man, that's such a cool dynamic. Oh, yeah, sorry, I already viewed that. Anyway, we got another silencer bow, and more importantly, we got it for free this time. Thanks, buddy. It went into Rolf's inventory, but, as you can see, he doesn't have the bow rank to actually use it, so... God, Shannon's at, like... He's somewhere in this stack. God, when the armies converge, we're really gonna have a... Actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm just gonna stick this in... Blah. I'm gonna stick this in the convoy for the time being. My god, my throat again. We already have a lot of good bows in storage. We might not need very many for the rest of the game, and Rolf's inventory is as good as it's gonna be, and... Yeah, he's only got B-ranked bows, and it's genuinely gonna be hard for him to make contributions going forward. He's basically reliant on the... Actually, when I equip this... 29, yeah, he's more or less reliant on... probably the steel bow, or his trusty personal bow here to actually do a ton of work, but... If you can get him to use the silencer like Shannon can, it's a work of art, honestly. I didn't choose to train Rolf this playthrough, but if I did, he'd probably be where Shannon is standing and absolutely cleaning house. Might be an interesting thing to look into down the road, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going through here to make sure everybody has the best equipment I can give them. Hell, yeah, might wanna... I don't know if there are many cavalry on this map, because, yeah, the Horse Slayer I kind of want to keep in my inventory for the time being. Same thing with the Silver Great Lance. Other units I gotta have equipped for battle. Har's a big one, but he's already armed to the teeth, so I'm not that worried about him. Neffany might not be coming along on this map, mainly because I think I'm going to give Neffany a break more than anything else. She's already promoted, so she's got a ton of room to grow, but this isn't a map for doing that. This is a map where if I can use it as a final push to get everybody in third tier. Also, Leanne's here, I don't know why. Leanne and Rayson are here, I really don't know why. You're not normally allowed to access multiple herons on the same map. I think Leanne actually sits this map out, and you can take Racing instead, which I really need to, but I'm getting ahead of myself. The other unit I'm curious about what I want to do with is Heather. Do I have any spare knives? Because that steel knife is... oh, yeah. Let's give her an extra one, because... yeah, the steel knife is about the best that it gets. The silver knife is... you get 3 extra might, but it kind of feels like a waste of money. 800 gold is perfect for this, so... there you are. There is some neat stuff that Heather can get on this map, and there's also the possibility that I might need to yoink stuff out of people's inventories, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna give this celerity skill over to Soren if he actually has the room for it. Which, yeah, he does, even with Dot. So that's good. The only one I have is Corrosion. I don't want Oscar to have Blossom. There's no need for him to have it right now. Also, Boyd, I want to take Paragon off because he doesn't need it anymore. The fact that he promoted on that map is crazy. He caught up like that, but as far as people that can use it, Rice, what's your light magic rank? It's still C, so I think you're okay with Discipline. I think as far as units that I want to give Paragon, Khalil's already using it, and I think I'm going to keep it on her for the time being. And then, as for everybody else, Sigrun is force deployed, but I don't really have anything I want to give her. What's your magic rank? Imbue could be good, now that I think about it. I have to use Sigrun on this map, I don't really have a choice, but... Imbue could give me that extra edge. Sword can't use it, so there's no point in trying to get it onto him. As for other people, Har doesn't need it, even though he's coming along, and he doesn't have the room for it because of Nullify, which is a lot more important. Nethany with Imbue is disgusting. She can actually, like... I think right now, at base, with these stats, she can solo chapters by herself. It's a big reason why she's so popular is because she turns into a bit of a beast as you get further and further in the game. As for other people, Tanith is a little too far behind the curve, and I'm trying to train up other people anyway. Shannon is an interesting choice. But I'm trying to think of who could use Paragon. I think Oscar could, just because... Oscar or Titania, now that I think about it. God, where is she, anyway? She's somewhere here. There she is. Yeah. I think that might be worth it. The other thing is that, now that I mention it, I've been on the fence as to what I want to do for some of these stat-up items. And I think one of the Ashura icons is going to go to Titania, because this should... Okay, it's only luck by 2. I thought it was 4 for some reason. But that'll help shore up that stat, which was a little bit middling. And then in other areas, she's fine, if a little bit, like... She could have capped a couple of those stats, and I'm a little bummed that she didn't, but... Anyway, Sigrun, there's really no... there's no way in insane hell that I'm gonna get anything out of this. Gatry's a unit that I definitely want to bring along, and I guess I'll bring Shannon along for the support boosts. Honestly, when I think about it, we already have our Restore Staves. I might get an extra Olivate Grass just so I have it for later. I think that's actually going to be pretty good, because I'm burning through these at a pretty rapid clip, so I want to make sure that I can't accidentally RP a Burning Man festival when I really need to with all the grass, but anyway, Khalil's not coming on this mission, even though she's still... I don't mind how she's doing at the moment. In fact, let me check something really quick here. Yeah, screw it. Let's see what this gives me. This might cap out a couple of stats, which would be good. I think that caps speed. Sure did. Yeah, I knew she was pretty close in that department. That'll hopefully mean that she gets her magic stat more often, which she still has a little bit of room to grow in. It's mainly those two stats and that's it, which is a little bit annoying. I'm still gunning for Arcsage Khalil because I don't need it yet, but I'm gonna need it soon-ish. Mainly because there's a potential issue that I could save myself from later. But I'm getting ahead of myself. As for the others, like I said, Danvin might be a little too far behind the curve to really be helpful at this point, but I think there's a way of making him work still. But Kiran, Makalov, and Astrid, I don't think I'm going to be using a heck of a lot going forward, especially Astrid, since, like, she's gotten 3 level ups, and I think only one of them has really been good. Marcia is a curious case. She's not bad, but like I said, I think she's a little too far behind at this point. We'll see. As for everybody else, I think Mist can still get better level ups from just organically, especially since she hasn't capped any stats yet. Rice is a completely different story, wherever he is. Yeah, you're at a point where, because he capped all his important stats, I basically need to use bonus XP. Please don't scale straight. You didn't! Perfect! Thanks, buddy. I knew I could count on you. Is that... No. His luck, I think, caps at 30, which is really funny. I'm tempted to do this. I'm gonna do this again to see if he gets it. Because I believe... No? Okay, it's 35 then. Call me a liar. But extra speed never hurt anybody. I would really like him to get defense, though, because... yeah, he's still frail. I mean, he's frail and sickly. That's part of his character, but I can't really control that. He's actually doing better than Mist on that front. Anyway, where is Leanne? There we go. Might as well take that concoction. In fact, Boyd probably needs it more than Mist does, so yeah, do that. Give me that, because we don't need it right now. Actually, Mia might be able to use it now that I think about it. Does she have... She does not have... She doesn't have Adept? I swear she did. Oh, because Marcia still has it. Forgot about that. Granted, I don't think I've had an opportunity to do this, but... Yeah, with Mia's innately very high speed, capped speed, in fact, this combination is stupid. I tried to use it in Path of Radiance with, like, moderate success, but it's just gonna get crazy here. It is so funny. Especially since, other than defense, she kind of capped all her important stats, so why not? I don't think I want to dole out bonus XP on everybody. I could do this just to ram promotions early, but I want to see if I can get them on the battlefield. It's a little bit of a waste, mainly because the promotion bonuses you get are the same regardless of how well you do, but... Man, I just want to take everybody out to the ball game and just watch them go wild. I'm just still hankering for it. Who got MVP? It was... Yeah, it was Jill. Oh, it was Jill? Swear it would have been Aaron, given how, like, ridiculous he was doing, but... Anyway, that's, has Jill gotten MVP the most? Yeah, she's gotten it 4 times. I think the only other unit that's coming close is... Well, Har is here... 1, 2, 3 times. Jill has 4, Har has 3. I believe Boyd has 2. Ike only has 1, which is kind of ridiculous. Mia has 1. Boyd, I believe, has 2. Yeah, it's a good crop because nobody has more than 4, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, well, I've been dilly-dallying over long enough, and we've got a lot to do today, so let's just get to it. Because I don't think there's anything left for me to do in the base for the time being. The Apostle's army has left the castle. Alright, order all units to stand by until they encounter the enemy forces. Everyone, there is still hope for Dane. We are the key to that hope. But first, we must win this battle. Why are you still here? You must return to the Apostles' army before the battle begins. That army has enough troops. I think you could use some help on your side. Grayson and Leanne both fight for people they love. I shall do the same, even if that means fighting against them. I shall fight for Dane on your behalf. Thank you both. It means a lot to me. But are you sure? After all, this seems like a hopeless battle. It's too soon for you to give up hope. You have the Dragon Prince of Goldoa on your side. That counts for something. Kurth is the Prince of Goldoa? So he is a Laguz. Micaiah, you didn't clock that already? I guess she never saw him untransformed, so... Not just a Laguz, he is a Black Dragon. The Black Dragons are the strongest of all the Laguz tribes. We have a chance. If Queen Olena's brother is a Black Dragon, that means the Queen herself must also be a Laguz. Seems like a complicated mess to me. Just the same, he is a powerful ally. You're right. Even if we can stand our ground, there will be hope for another day. Each day that Dane survives is another day that we will have earned for it. Oh dear God, this looks dense. Onward, my brothers! Hold nothing back! We must end this battle quickly. Is that the best you can do, Screw your juice? Whoa, that's a problem. Guys? It looks like Prince Raphael is fighting to the other side. What do we do now? It is his choice. We can't do anything about it. Well, his choice or not, it makes things a lot more complicated for us. He has sided with our enemies? Has he lost his mind? Oh, my dear, stupid brother. Prince, what are you doing here? What about the medallion? Weren't you supposed to be... Leanne is watching over it now. Either we convince Raphael to come back to our side, or we drag his unconscious backside over here. Got that? Yes, Your Majesty. Wait, Grayson's... Oh, God. Prince Kurthnaga. What will you do now, Lena? Are you going to go over to the other side, too? King Deginsia has expressly forbidden us from choosing sides. The Dragon Tribe must not fight. I shall attempt to stop the Prince. Do what you need to do. Just be careful out there, alright? Yes, Sir Ike. Valencia, please stay back. If a chance for a peace talk arises, I want you to mediate the whole show. I understand. Please be safe. Okay, everyone, get moving. Let's get this mess over with. Yeah, mess is the right word, because good grief. Oh, good, we actually can control race, and I was worried we couldn't. All of you get out of here. I need my A-team. And I have 8 people, so... I'm thinking... Rice? Yeah, it's Mia, Rice, Geisha. I definitely want all 3 of them. Soren must come along. So does Har. Mist I'm bringing along because I need the extra healer. Oscar, Boyd, yes. In fact, I think I can bring my whole A-game now that I think about it. 15's a good deployment amount. In fact, we have the dreadful music from before, or at least the dreadful, foreboding, whatever the hell you want to call it. I think I need to bring the best army I can field. So Shannon, and then for my last trick, Heather's... Let me check the map first before I pick that. Actually, no, I did not misclick. Mordecai's actually very useful on this map. His stats are crap for this point in the game, and if he's caught out untransformed, he might die, but there's an important reason that I'm bringing him along. Because, let me, before I... actually, let me just mouse over this real quick, because if we go back over here, Har and Mist both have a conversation with Jill, but Mordecai has a conversation with Zahar. I believe Leaf does as well. Braum also has the Meg one, which is cute. But Rayson has one with Micaiah, interesting, but there's no way in Sam Hell I can get that to come up without cheating, so I'm not going to get into that. Uh, just thinking about it, Zahark and especially Jill probably have a lot on their mind lately. They're probably thinking long and hard about the stuff that both of them have had to go through, and thematically, I think they've got a lot on their plate. So, yeah, if I was able to do this back in Chapter 7, which is a lot easier of a map because, good lord, that is 84 fucking units that I have to crunch through somehow. Well, there's a way out of it, you'll see. Plus, we've got 2 green armies. The Phoenician army is less of a problem. The Gallian army has a tendency to get stuck. They push through the top right, top left usually, and yeah, it's a tall order. The route through this map is, if I can go over to reposition here, the route through this map is pretty complicated. Or it's not super complicated, but it's going to be really hard for me to deal with. In fact, I'm really annoyed that I don't have a hammer in this group. Now that I think about it. Boyd, what do you do? What are your options here? Do I have a hammer? I do not. Shit. We'll have to use steel axes or pole axes then in that case, because this crossbow's useless. There's no reason for us to have it. Yeah, we'll have to use our options that are available to us just to crunch through this armor at the beginning. I'll have to mine this guy as well as I'm pushing forward. The biggest problem, actually, are our own units. Nolan is cracked, and Aaron is even worse. These 2 dorks are... In fact, Aaron less so because I unequipped all his stuff. Nolan's a real problem. He's got very high speed, and while he doesn't have Colossus, I'm mainly going to be... I might need to use Shannon, because otherwise I think he's going to equip the Tarvos and just start wrecking pace with it. Fiona's not a problem, Meg is obviously not a problem. Tyranio's not really a problem. His equipment is pretty good, and his defense is actually higher than a lot of the generals that are in the way. Yeah. There are also, yes, your eyes do not deceive you, there are regular Tier 1 units here. It's kind of under the implication that Dane is fielding absolutely everybody, and by the same token, is running out of strong, capable dudes to throw at us. They're kind of dipping into their reserves in a big way, and it shows. The other big problem is, yeah, this fucker is another huge concern. In fact, I think he's not the only one, if memory serves. Yeah, you have bolting, and I believe this guy, one of the sages also has a blizzard tome. I want to say it's... God, you have a bolting tome, and I think it's one of these guys at the back. Yeah, you have a blizzard tome. I'm going to have to wade through both of those. The reason for that is, unfortunately, well, Micaiah also has her Purge Tome, but I don't have to worry about that. The big problem is, for the first time, Peleus has taken the field. He, I believe, does move to attack us, but he's very far back on the map, and just to make sure... Okay, Laura can't really do anything, that's good. Yeah, you want to be careful, especially with Laura, because if Laura has a physics staff in her inventory, the AI will absolutely waste your uses of it. The same thing goes for the sleep staff we got last chapter. That's why I stuck that in the convoy, because I didn't want Laura to use it by accident, because she does have the staff rank to do so. We need to get to Peleus. Part of the whole secret mumbo-jumbo that I've been doing up until this point, Soren attacking Micaiah was a big one. Now Soren has to go toe-to-toe with Peleus. There is no easy way to get him over there, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... I have to go where Aaron is, and that's not easy before time runs out on this map. There is an somewhat harder to control time limit on this map that may force a couple of resets. But I need to get Soren, like, right around here, or basically along this line. Another thing that I could do in case if I can't get him up to here in time is... Because, yeah, this tile's unfortunately not close enough. Sneaking him into this pocket would be really good, because then I could put another unit here, and then he would only be able to be targeted from range. Don't worry about Kurthnaga. As far as I know, he doesn't really like to attack people. In fact, I don't think he moves, come to think of it. Which is good, because, he's got pretty good stats already, and remember, Lagu's stats double when transformed, so that's 30 attack plus 12. 40 to attack at 1-2 range staring us down. The ebb and breath of the Black Dragon is something to behold, and dragons have very slow transformation gauges, so that'll take a while to complete. I'm not worried about Volug either. He's not that strong at this point in the game. Same thing goes for Nyla, who I don't think moves either. We also don't need to get that close, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know if he moves to attack us. If he does, then I may not need to get Soren that far. I may only need to get him to where this bolting guy is, but I need to make sure of that. A lot of this map is basically arbitrary difficulty because I have to go through I have to juggle a lot of stuff that is really, really annoying. And frankly, like, I don't know, bringing Mordecai as well might be unintentionally giving myself. In fact, one thing I'm gonna do is, where are you, buddy? You might be at the bottom here, in fact. No, you're not. I actually brought you closer to the top. I'm gonna give him an extra level of bonus XP to see if he gets anything out of it. Speed or defense would be huge. Got defense, I'll take it. That's +2 defense that I otherwise wouldn't have. Main reason I'm bringing Mordecai along is because Smite has a very underrated amount of utility. I can't shove a lot of people forward, but once Mordecai recruits Zahark, I'm gonna need him to run back, or at least stay at the back. This'll keep a lot of units moving forward, especially my healers, because that sleep staff is going to be very annoying. In fact, another thing that I thought of is, yes, you have Pure Waters. I'm gonna buy 4 of these, straight up. I knew I was forgetting something, and that's what it was. Pure Waters, from this point forward, are gonna have insanely high value. And the other thing is... You're gonna need a healing item. This is what we brought the concoction of grass for. If he gets targeted with a sleep staff, that's gonna suck, but there's also not much I can really do about that other than use one of my 2 restore staffs to heal him up. That's why I bought 2 way back in the days, because status staffs are mean. There's no other better way of putting it. I think I've rambled on long enough, and I want to get into this map before we hit the hour mark, so... Yeah, Oscar, I'm gonna have you sit further back, buddy. Sorry about that. Otherwise, everybody else that's on this map is mainly here just so I can push them towards 3rd tier as much as possible, or to take advantage of the fact that I really, really need people that can crunch through armor as fast as possible. I need a strong group that can punch through the middle as far as possible, as fast as possible. If this doesn't work, then the other thing I might do is... Actually, your luck stat's not bad. 16 is a little low, but the other wrinkle to this map is that, for once, hidden items are actually kind of important here. Let me check something, because I think I have a spare... I don't have a spare tab open for this. Yeah, there is so much crazy information on this map. Oh, by the way, on top of everything else, like I said before, I forgot to mention one important thing. There's a rescue staff on this map. It's hidden, and it's the only one in the game. It is right in between where these 2 are standing. If you bring Heather along, she can grab it pretty easily. In fact, if I end up having to redo this, I might just say screw it with the Zahark, get rid of him, or get him off the map as fast as possible, and then use Heather instead to go over here and get that. Because, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think that matters to me more than anything else, really. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. This strategy has the ability to just fuck me over very easily, and if this works, I'm honestly going to be impressed. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's fight. Rather hilariously, this is a map where, depending on... Oh, that's an interesting little thing up there. If you really don't want to play this map, you could just hit end turn over and over again, and similar to the last time we faced off against the Dawn Brigade, the enemy AI will just straight up win the map for you, but I'm getting ahead of myself, because, like I said, we got a lot of ground to cover, and who better to do that than Har? So that number at the top right, as Har will demonstrate for us, hopefully. Wow, that's fast. Oh, general animations, I really need to... If there was ever a reason to turn animations off, it would be these guys, but yeah. Love how he darts in like that super fast. Get the level up out of it, which is super cool. Extra res, that's gonna help a lot, actually. Might have noticed it just went up. This isn't actually a route chapter. It's a... That counter is a death slash doom slash whatever the hell it's in here. If that goes all the way up to 80, the chapter ends instantly. It doesn't matter whose turn it is. That's the time limit I was talking about. Any death will cause that number to go up. It doesn't matter if it's mine, or the green units, or the enemy forces. Chances are it will be the enemy forces, and the one thing that I really have to be careful of is Skrimir and Tabarn's forces, in my experience on this map, have a very annoying habit of causing that number to go way up every time it's their turn. Especially since both of them will basically guaranteed get a kill on every single turn that they have. So, like I said, we've got to get the let out, and fast. Sigrun is a bit of a liability on this map, mainly because I need to keep her out of range of these initial snipers, so... We'll use her how she's intended, which is mainly for dive bombing, but... Other wrinkle to this is, yeah, Rayson can't get very far, so... One thing I might honestly do is, I need Soren to be moving up as far as possible, but at the same time, like... God, I really need Rayson to get his transformation gauge up all the way, so it might be better to just rely on Mordecai's Smite to just... I might not do this yet, because the sooner I can get this gauge up, the more likely it is I'm going to be able to accomplish what I need to here. How far can you move? Okay. Yeah, you can get right there, which is actually going to be pretty good. Because Gatry, I need the big man up front, and I need him up there now. This turn is... I kind of wish they started you a bit further up, or at the very least, like... God, my kingdom for something like 3 houses stride, which would just be absolutely good on this map. Oh dear, that's bad. Yes, there we go. That's better. Might be wondering why I did that. You'll see. In fact, what's your con, actually? I just recognized 23. I think that's higher than... Yeah, your weight is 13, and I don't know why Mordecai can't shove you. That's very important. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, Oscar is going to have the hardest time getting up here. Shannon, I think, could take hits like a man, so I'm not that really worried about him. I need to keep everybody else, like, moving as much as possible. This may require a bit of reckless positioning, but if I'm being perfectly honest, like, I'm playing as the Grail Mercenaries. I can afford to do it. Renalf, I'm also gonna need you to just puff this shit, man. You're... I need to advance, and I need to advance rapidly. Oh. That's bad. That's really bad. Hopefully that guy will move backwards, because otherwise we have a problem. Things to keep in mind are the Horse Slayer Halberdier, but he's a bit further back. That'll take a couple turns for me to get up there. Yeah, I need to avoid unnecessary deaths, because that's not right. Granted, seeing Tabarn get doubled is a little funny, but... Okay, good. The more these guys just kind of trade... Okay, this is a problem. Oh, nice dodge, guy. And you don't double in retaliation, which is good. For this armor that's in the way, I just need to use the best units that I have for the job and keep moving forward as far as possible, as fast as possible. That's what's going to save me at the end here. This is a little bit annoying, though. Especially since I equipped a Wind Edge and I didn't use 3 of its 1-2 ranges. It's fine, I can get more. Oh, I forgot about this troop over here. I don't think I brought a horse sniper, I did not, but... That's... Tabarn, could you not die here? That would be very awkward. I don't think he can die here, but starting untransformed surrounded by a group of units... Yeah, that's rough, buddy. Okay, that counters... The Doom Taker is still at 1. It's not going to stay that way for very long, but... Especially since, okay, those initial units protected. Nyla does not move, so I'm not worried about it. Kurth also does not move, if memory serves. Okay, now this is when the number is guaranteed to start going up, because... Provided Skirmir, he definitely does. Yep, that's okay. I knew that was going to happen. In fact, that, the more these guys just get caught out here, the better off that I'll be, because, okay, thank you for... That sniper, I think, had to die no matter what. You're gonna die in retaliation. No, you're not. Wow. That's a dodgy for... Cats, I knew were dodgy, just not that dodgy. Okay, unfortunately, there was nothing I could do about that. Those, tier 1 units are gonna die no matter what here. You move too far forward. I knew that was gonna happen. You, I think, are dead here. That tiger is probably going to attack, and yeah, I think that's a guaranteed kill. That's okay, though. There we go. Okay, now Tabarn is effectively invincible, provided he doesn't run into anybody. Yeah, in my experience, the Hawks will generally drive this counter up a lot faster than any other group, because Tabarn is just guaranteed to delete a unit. There's a chance that Skirmir whiffs an attack and doesn't get a kill, but Tabarn never does. Okay. And Zahark's not in range yet, go figure. I don't think Zahark attacks Mordecai, but everybody else definitely does, so I'm going to want to make sure that if I put him right here and I just have a blockade around him, we're good, because this sniper is guaranteed to die next turn, in fact, this is when I can probably use Sigrun to just kind of help me move forward here. Yeah, because... Like I said, I just have to have an attack mindset, and... I'm hoping that Zahark aims for somebody with his Wind Edge rather than, anybody else, so... Rather than anything else, because he is a little bit scary. I don't think his attack power is high enough to kill most of my units, but... I just need to get some of these guys out of here. No adept, which is a bit annoying. Oh, now you... Oh, that's a crit, never mind. Had to risk it, didn't you, Mia? Ugh, all this chaos. I can barely see straight. Interesting little wrinkle that Renault's eyes are squinted there. So every time the counter increases by 10, something happens like that, so... Yeah, I just gotta keep... I think I gotta move my units forward here. Like, forward, forward, forward. There's no... I can't slow down for anything. I'll be able to start using, trying to think of the best spot to put Soren here. Because, yeah, you can turn this guy into Chop Suey pretty easily. I have to watch out for these sword masters on Titania, but she has 22 defense. She's a big girl. She can help herself. Anyway, Ike's resistance of only being 8, it's actually kind of good to keep Ike with everybody else because there's a chance that the guy with the sleep staff will target him instead of anybody else. I'm trying to think. I want to form a 4-tile blockade here, just because that'll help me, like, really swing and pivot up as we go into this main part here. It might also help with the bolting here, and I forgot to equip those Pure Waters on people. Fuck. Why did I buy 4 of them if I didn't give them on anybody? I swear I'm good at this game. Anyway, this run might be a dud. If I have to redo it again, we'll take care of it then. Yeah, you two need to go down, and I think the best way of doing that is going to be just using everybody that doesn't have to move forward, basically, and have them do it. I might use Gatry for this because... Oh, wow, okay. What is your speed? Pretty high. 20's not bad for this point in the game. I might have Har do this because he can take care of this guy and then move forward. But at the same time, the less that I have to worry about here. In fact, if I could get 3 units here somehow, because... No, okay, Titania's too far away, but... We'll go ahead and do this, because this might force this guy to run back. And that'd be pretty good, honestly. Yeah, I hate to waste the Forged Hand Axe, but this is what we brought it for, is for stuff like this. Unnecessary cancel, love it. Might hear that faint pulse right there. That's... No, you're not hearing things. In fact, yeah, this is a lot better for this time. Nice job, Oscar. That was the... I didn't check everybody, but I'm glad I did. Easy pickup here. I might not be able to get too many promotions on this map, we'll see. We haven't really run into the meat of the chapter yet, so I'll just have to keep that in mind. You two still need to go down somehow, and these 3, actually, I can't actually use yet. Mordecai I want to keep moving forward, now that I think about it. So it might be up to my remaining units here. Something like Colossus on this guy would benefit me a lot, just saying. Because Soren can take care of one of these guys regardless. It's you, Thor, and then Sigrun. I think Sigrun is probably better suited baiting out Zahart here. Because if I force him down here, then that would be pretty beneficial for me. So I'll just have to use my remaining units here. Titania is a good choice. At least for softening this guy up for public humiliation. I think you're 2 damage short, right? No, you're 4 damage short, excuse me. I'm gonna use Rice here, and then we're gonna have Titania go through this guy and then swing up to where Oscar is. Push, push, push. It's the only thing I can do right now. Nice dodge. Intended for that to happen. Yep, go right over... And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Here should be safe, unless that guy magically gets one move. But he won't. That's not how the game works. The only unit that Zahar can attack is... Okay. Yeah, I think putting Soren here is okay. Because I can get it with I can get this with everybody else. Sairitsu? Shannon did not kill Steel, go figure. Alright. Before we commit to this... Yep, okay. Shannon, I won't let anything happen to you. That is, if you could make sure to survive. Deal? Don't try to tie me down with that. But I'll think about it. Maybe. Always the better dynamic, one of the better dynamics you do. $13. Okay, keep that in mind. Slash use that grass, but Super Bird is online next turn. In fact, what I'm going to do is have Mist and Renault shove him forward. The sooner I can get him to the front, the better. And then we'll keep Mordecai parked right here. I think I'm gonna use the grass this turn because there's a chance that I'm gonna need him to be ready for action. Alright, Sleep Staff. That is what I was hoping you would do. Especially since he's scarily accurate with that thing. You are wasting your turn, that's good. You, I think, are just dead. That's not good, but that was good. I think that might have happened regardless. So that's 2 dead that I couldn't have prevented. Here comes the heart. There's no time to dwell on our sorrow. Bring it on, cheapskate. Ha! 50, dude. That's cute. You think you can hit Mia? Please don't crit. Okay. No double? No double. Run back. Oh, that guy's dead. You're gonna go for Sigrun, but that's kind of what I wanted you to do. Please don't have some magical... Okay, that's just a steal. Really good. Nice dodge. No double, but I kind of prefer that. Game's taking a while to load sometimes. Yeah, with Path of Radiance on Virtual, or NSO on the horizon, I figured, like, man, if there was a way to... Nice counter. If there was a way to just speed up the load times on these games, because I'm not used to old load times, so every time I see it, like, my heart skips a beat, because I'm like, oh god, no, is it something bad? But no, that's just how it is. Unavoidable. 16? Still no word from the battle. Oh no, it's 20, I think. What's going on out there? I should go to my people. They may need me. Hey, just where do you think you're going? Do you think the high and mighty apostle should be trapezing around the battlefield? Hmm? What? Oh, it's just you. How dare you sneak up on me that way? That beauty from the Holy Guards told me to keep an eye on you. So, do me a favor and sit still, will you? But I can't see anything from here. I have to know how my people are faring down there. I can't bear doing nothing. I have an idea. You, carry me to a place where I can observe the battle. Don't give me that look. You're the one who agreed to guard me. So do your duty and obey your orders. Come on, let's get moving. Wait a minute, is that what passes for Bjork logic these days? No wonder you've lost your throne. Ow! Stop that! Are you going to obey me, or shall I have you chased back home in a cloud of feathers? Guess who? By the goddess, what have I got myself into? As you wish, Empress. My back is yours. 15, okay. I was worried it was 20 for a minute, because that would have just meant that I really had to get the let out. Okay, that didn't really do anything. Ow! It's a good thing I don't think she can get targeted by anybody else yet. God, we're still on enemy phase. This is long. I mean, I knew that going in, but still. Okay, you are attacking Har, but that's okay. I think, yeah, Har doubles you, so that's good. 16, 16. The more control I have over the Doom Ticker, the more responsible I can really be. I think these 3 Sword Masters are dead no matter what. I think this Cavalier is also dead. Yeah, oh yeah, he gets doubled. He's dead. I don't even care that Har is taking most of these kills, because, like I said, the bonus of... It's like Chapter 7. The bonus objective is so important, and I'm on a faster time limit than before, so it's genuinely very concerning. For me, at least. You, I think, are dead. 17. It'll probably be over 20 by the time I get there. Well over 20, because I think all of these guys are just dead. 18, 19, God, I can make a sandwich the amount of time that this is taken. Hmm? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Gorgeous art, but that's not good. Please cluster around Premier for War. The less you guys move, the easier this is gonna be. You're dead. Oh my god, you're super dead. Woo! Do the flippy flop. $22, 23. Yeah, now that's 23. And yeah, that's what I was worried about. And if that wasn't enough, we get more green units too. This is why I just need to push forward as much as possible. But first, is it safe to have a chat? I sure think it is. You, I know. Mordecai. I never expected us to meet like this, on opposite sides. Ah, the Hark! No, that's not it. Sorry. Mordecai says your name not right. Not right yet. But... Zhark? Zhark. Ah, that is good. Zhark. Mordecai, don't you understand? We're now... I know. Mordecai is your friend. We are allies still. It does not matter who we fight for. Huh. You have no fang or tail, but you are a beast, brother, Zhark. No, Mordecai forgets again, sorry. Hey, don't worry about it. I've got it. I'll go with you. That way, you'll get my name right in no time. Ah, good idea. Mordecai likes this idea. Please shift, because otherwise I think you die. Yeah! You thought it would be harder than that, no. Alright, Zahark is now on our side, and officially is now... I could do something very stupid and have him kill one of these guys for us. In fact, that might be his best use, because Mordecai now has 30... Oh, wow, he's a freaking dump truck now. Look at that shit. That's crazy. Yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do is... Mia needs to get healed up, but Soren also needs to keep moving forward, so what I think I'm gonna do is... There are no snipers, but I'm gonna have to worry about this bolting sage now. Because I don't have a way of neutering that, so what I'm gonna do is... If I put Soren here and have a 3-tile-wide blockade, that's a really good position. I'm gonna battle save here because... Yeah, Mordecai did his job, now it's up to everybody else to start picking up the slack. We've got a big, hefty enemy phase that we have to sit through, and not quite enough time to do it. I'm gonna spare Chopped, because I don't want that to go to waste. Okay, I believe this is 25. 24, okay. Alright, we can drive by on this guy and then put Titania here, or I can have her move... I could probably even do, like, 4-time light here, although I have to keep this guy in mind. Actually, that's a bigger problem because I can't use my Cavaliers to block. So it's up to Gatry here, then. I need to put Gatry here, actually, because if I don't, then he can't go where I need him to next turn. I'll need to keep both of my Cavaliers in the wings, because otherwise... Boyd can tank too, actually. He could get very far. He might be a target for, like, Brolin and company, but... With 57 health, 23 defense, 14 res too, there's a chance that he lives. I'm gonna keep Ike forward here. He's mainly gonna be bait for the sleep staff. Missed him, and I need to keep moving forward here. I get a level up out of this, go figure. Well, that's definitely better than what I thought was gonna happen, even if she didn't get magic, but that's beside the point. Alright, this tile needs to be freed somehow, and I think Oscar is going to be a good candidate for that. Certainly, but what about Boyd? Boyd doesn't really need it, so he needs it. Nothing yet? Okay. Like I said, we're gonna need to keep Oscar in the wings here. My body feels like it's on fire. I can hardly breathe. So, this is what war feels like. No, please, don't come near me. I don't want to hurt anyone. Alright, that's your cue that I don't think Kurthnaga moves. We still have to worry about him, but... We still have to worry about getting into his attack range, but for the time being, we'll just have to make do. Zahark is basically, I don't want him to do anything, even though he could... I could be kind of cheeky here, but... I think I'd rather this kill go to Mia. Yeah, I kind of would. Become the superior Blade Master. Or something. Who is the most premier party here? Alright, you gotta keep front lining, my man. We gotta get the lead out here. Not quite enough time for anything. The AI could be incredibly stupid here and have the mages target harm. Actually, I didn't think about that. I didn't think to bring a physics staff either, which I may have wanted to. Ooh, yeah! Love this. You could have activated that before, but you're so tanky that I think these enemies are gonna do squat. Keep pace, everyone. Alright, Super Bird here, but I think the most I can do is... I can't even get Grace in that position. Shit. Can you attack this guy without... That'll give you enough to get a level up, so we might as well do this. Welcome to the club, Zahar. Enjoy being in the back of the... Oh, my god. Kill Stealer! Granted, he gets more out of this than Titania would have. A lot more, that's 30. I did say he was gonna get more, I didn't say how much more. Dude. He didn't even have speed with that. What a cheap wad. That's a pretty good barricade we've got going here. I'll have Titania, like I said, keep pace, just because otherwise we're gonna run the risk of falling behind. I want Zahar... I value Gatry being at the front more than anybody else, really. What I could do, actually, is... this, and then... oh. Well, that sucks. But I have a better idea. Super Bird! And not a moment too soon. Come at me, heathens! Supports in range, and like I said, Mordecai's job is mostly done. I'm gonna keep him behind the boy here, who I am mad about. Alright, that's even better. This is the best outcome I could have hoped for with the sleep staff, because the fact that I expected him to go for Ike at this point, but he's not. Alright, this is Roland's contingent over here that's moving on us. The more clear I can make that, okay, you're dead, but not before you fail to take a hawk with you. Okay, this is where things get a little fishy. Or cheeky, because of stuff like that. That's what I expected to happen. Don't do stupid... Oh, nice miss. There is a way to steal that tome, but it's genuinely kind of hard to do. This is why I love Purge. Granted, this has caused a bit of a traffic jam, but I'm in a position to heal, so it's not that bad. Good, yeah, good luck, buddy. Alright, those Cavaliers I think are both dead. Oh, that's not that awkward, actually, because we have our trusty Nullify skill here. Not that Har wouldn't have... There was no crit on that anyway. We would have been perfectly fine. Anyway, I think I've crossed the line where Jill's group is going to start moving. You're just dead. So we're now at... If we didn't hit 30 before, we're going to hit it now. 29. Bad life choice. Dink. No double off of that, too, dang. Dink. We like Gatry. We very much like Gatry. You're attacking Boyd because you don't have anything else to hit. That is 30, okay. Normally I'd be a bit annoyed by that, but like I said, What did you say? Did somebody call for me? Who just called out my name? Micaiah? Micaiah, what's wrong? Wait, I'm coming. I'll be right there. Bird. There she goes. That's why I said you didn't have to worry about that perch tome, because... yeah, Micaiah just leaves when the kill count hits 30. Speaking of kill count, I think Hara's just gonna... no stuns? No money for stuns? Anyway. No big deal. Alright, that's another kill going to Boyd. That's okay, though. Alright, this is where I might need to abuse Provoke a little bit, because... oh, you're... no, okay. This soldier just decided he didn't want to live. Boyd, Colossus this man... thank you. Unhappy his meal. And get 1 whole XP point out of it. The ultimate red shirt. Speaking of red shirts... I think this brings us to 35, if I'm not mistaken. And you untransform, that's awkward. Oh, you're dead. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Tough shit happens. That's 35, okay. If I can get to where Aaron... I think I might be ahead of schedule, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, and yeah, because these guys are asleep, that's actually going to stop a lot of the attack. That's gonna clog up that side, which is really good. Alright, if that tiger doesn't die, then all the better. That hawk is going down. He's not going down without a fight, though. Alright. I see 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. Because you're dead, because Skramir just, like I said, deletes a unit. That guy's dead. Knew that was gonna happen. Alright, if you don't double, you do. Okay. This might be an increase of 10, which would kind of increase the urgency that I have to do this with. Oh no, okay. So they're mostly done, that's good. So that's the last one that they could get. That might put us at 40? 39, okay. This'll put us at 40. $41 now. 42. Thankfully, they're running out of units, so... it'll hopefully stop at 43. Unless this guy doubles. He does. 44. Okay. And I gotta do a ton of work this turn. More units coming in. Ina's back there. We got more Hawks, too. Alright, so I can get Mist up here to heal Titania, which is good, but I need to move Soren first, and I need to get Soren up by where this Bolton guy is with enough of a blockade in front of him. Which means... we need to start thinning these guys out, and fast. These two are probably the least of my concern. It's really this guy that's irritating me. Mordecai can't even get rid of him. Can you use Sigrun? This might be a waste of your pick. Oh my god. Silver Lance. Just enough. Perfect. We have to make use of all of our available resources, because if we don't, we're just really not going to be able to advance. This guy is the lead. This guy is mainly just a roadblock more than anything else. It's annoying that I have to kill him, because there's a world in which he just keeps throwing javelins at Gatry forever. I think putting you here is going to be a bad spend. Alright, so Boyd can move up, and he's at full health, so I don't really have to worry about him that much. He can also kill this guy for me, too, which is good. But I want to make sure that these two end up going down. Oscar, I think you can clean up one. You certainly can. Do I want you to do that, though? Car's going to kill this general, because he's probably the hardest thing to deal with. Pun intended. Or Soren can do it, too. And like I said, I need... Soren is in a position where he can potentially attack Peleus next turn, provided I, like, vigor him and stuff. But I need Gatry moving far forward so that Nolan and Aaron get distracted by him. I just continue to be absolutely mad about the boy. Yeah, like, I didn't see that movie, the Bridget Jones movie or whatever, it's not really my cup of tea, but that is a fantastic subtitle, because that has so many good applications. Yes, it's a romance connotation, at least in the title of the film, but like I said, I can't get it out of my head, because it's just so good. It's just so versatile, like I said, and yeah. Alright, I think Titania takes care of this guy, and then... yeah. We're at the point where I can probably use, a lot of my Cavaliers again. In fact, it might be easier, because I can use Har as a, like, shot troop type of measure. Because all I have to do is make sure Rayson can get up here okay. Renulf, you can help me out, because one of these guys has to go down, and you, my friend, are a pretty good candidate for that. Thank you, Mr. Cat. You're doing a good job. The other thing I can do is throw Ike up here and then have him unequip his weapons. In fact, Gatry could do it too, but I want him to get combat XP, so kind of have to do that. The other thing I can do is probably this, because these two warriors are a real problem, though. I gotta deal with them somehow, and the best way how is to... actually, like... I need to heal up Gatry this turn with Rice or Mist, but I think Mist is a bit too far back for me to do that. Jill. Okay. Yeah, I think she moves... if she doesn't move this turn, she definitely moves next, so... still gotta take care of these guys, but... actually, if I... yeah, hang on, I think I see the solution here. We move Shannon here. He's not gonna be doing anything, because... actually... the problem is if I... shit, I did it. Okay. Oh, he missed anyway. Dink. I didn't mean to hit the button there, but we might as well just commit. Go, 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 team, go. I need 3 of you to form a up front in front of Soren. The boy needs to be saved! The boy must be saved. He's too important to keep alive. Fight for all your fallen brothers. We've got to get to the front. Hopefully none of those guys have Force Slayers. I know Aaron doesn't have one. Nolan doesn't have a way of doing that. Oh, there's Edward, but I'm not that worried about him. I forgot Edward was over here. Go figure. Put Gatry... I think I'm gonna put Gatry over here. Ooh, we're over halfway. That's a bit gnarly. Actually, Mia, you can take care of this guy. Quite easily, in fact. We'll use up the Carrot Blade. Stop the paradox of there being two of these out in the field. That's okay. Served its purpose. Keep my supports together. And these two are the only units I really have to worry about. Mordecai can't do much, so I think I might have him smite Mist forward so that she can... Yeah, because these two are done, for the most part. I needed to get Zahark out of the way, because that's one less unit I had to kill, quote-unquote, even though, similar to the last map, if you defeat a Dawn Brigade member in combat, they don't die, they just retreat. We're gonna have units coming in from the left, so I'm gonna need to form up over here with that. Sigrun might be taking some shots, but I can't prevent that. At this point, Shannon has to deal with one of these guys and Boyd has to deal with the other. There's no other way around it. This is getting a little dicey, because I am nervous about that ticker. Actually, the mage was probably not really a threat, because I don't think he can double Rayson, but Rayson has very high resistance. Alright, Boyd and Rice are going to be the last two here that really need to take care of this, and Boyd can do it no problem. Boyd destroyed him. The one thing I'm worried about with all this murder is that, like, we had to do that this turn. But, oh, 52? Okay, we're in good shape, I think. What I can do here to be cheeky is unequip this. Or equip an... No, don't equip an answer. Because that might cause the AI to freak out, which would be handy. Here comes Jill. That's annoying, because I don't think I can swing Har over there. But knowing the AI... Oh, that's very annoying. But you don't move back. Good. That was the Papa John's play of the game, but we now have a dragon problem. That is what I wanted that guy to do, admittedly. Here comes Brolin. I'm surprised we're attacking in melee range. That's the Turbos too, isn't it? Yeah, you double because you're fast, but we counted for that. You're dead, unfortunately. 53. I don't know if there's a way to do this in 27 kills or less. 26 kills or less. Now, if I can be a deer here, yes, he can. The more of these shots that I can tank, the more that I can draw fire away, and the more those guys retreat to the left, that's going to make it easier. Kind of glad you did that, because that potentially means that Tiger lives, although that's probably not going to be the case. Good, we want that. Because none of these guys can hit Ike, but... I think you're dead. You are most assuredly dead. 25 kills to go. 24 kills to go. Alright, I think I get one more bite of the apple here, because they won't hit the cap this turn. I might not be recruiting Jill after all, we'll see. Because the most important thing is to make sure that Soren can get where he needs to. And yeah, that was gonna happen. I'm probably not getting any promotions on this map, which is kind of sad, but there's not much I can do about that. 23. Oh, that's a tier 1 Cavalier, okay. 22. Please skip over to other days, okay. 21. Interesting that Edward didn't move. You would think that the way the AI normally likes to behave, they would... Wow, okay. Oh, that's why. You give the cat the XP. 20 to go. Okay. $19 to go. And I don't think there are any more units by the Hawks, so they're not going to be... Ooh, yeah. Shuttle loop. Love to see it. 19, and it is our turn. More units coming in. More units coming in. From every angle. Alright. I have to find a way to kill this guy and get Soren to that tile. Which he can do on his turn, no problem. But I need to figure out a way to kill you. And I think horror is going to be our best bet, but I can also do this. Might want to do that, actually. That might free me up to help have Jill probably take care of Fiona, just to... Because I'm going to battle save you. Because there is a way to force end the chapter this turn. But I have to play my cards right, and I just have to wreck as many faces as humanly possible. So to start... Oh, that's not good. So for starters, we need to make sure that that tile is open for Soren. I didn't know Aaron didn't move, and... Yeah, that's scary, but... Because like I said, Soren can move up here, and... There are some interesting tidbits with having Soren fight Peleus. I think Peleus has to survive, but I don't know if this encounter, but I don't know if I buy that, because I've seen different... What am I saying? I've seen different sources say different things. The important thing is that these two fight. In fact, if I really wanted to, I could possibly even move Soren into Peleus' attack range using Grayson, but that would compromise a lot of stuff, and I don't like that. Alright, Brolin, you are gonna be... I might not have to fight you at all. Especially since I frickin' knew that the AI would equip Tardos. Also, it's a good thing Mordecai's not here, because I forgot Nolan still has Beast Foe. That would have been ugly. Okay, before we do this, I think what I need to do is have Boyd move here. Kill this Halberdier. 18. Keep that in mind. I just realized that I need to find a way to get 18 kills with 14 units, so might not be recruiting Jill, because I think Har needs to contribute to that total as well. In fact, I think everybody needs to get at least 1 kill here to make this work. Otherwise, we have a boy in serious who's seriously going to be in deep trouble. Because you will live through that, but only just. Meteor. Oh, that could... I think I might have to bank on dismissing. The new King of Dain, Peleus. How convenient. I can end this farce right now. Surrender or die. Who are you? The mark on your forehead. Is it a mark of spirit protection? No, it's something rather different. But in that shape, it looks so much like mine. Is that so? You might be more powerful than you let on. Still, I doubt this changes anything. Prepare yourself, Peleus. But wait, there's so much I want to ask you. I just hold the point in. Okay, well, the boy is dying here, but to die in this lonely place, it's my fate, but for Micaiah, I must live. Retreat. And that was that Meteor Tome with its intended purpose. 17. Noted and logged. Okay. Sigurd can kill this guy and then stay put, because I need to free up that file. Mia, do you have the Worm Slayer? You did! How good of you. Because I don't think... Can Mordecai reach you? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Smite. Because this guy needs to be turned into, Carter Sucks. And this means Mia will guarantee give me 2 kills here, because I need these Draco Knights to die. In fact, now that I take care of my main objective, we may have a couple of promotions on our hands, which would be very nice to see. Because if I kill Oscar up, he can kill the Swordmaster, and then move back to this tile. That'd be good, actually. That'd be really good. First, though, hang on, no interventions yet. No interventions yet. Can I Sirensu? Ooh. That needs to be a Deadeye. Otherwise, that's not going to work. Actually, I think I am going to do this because this means that Har loses his turn, but it means we have our pick of the lot when it comes to free kills, so... Yeah. Hi, Jill. Sir Har! Why are you fighting in the Apostles' army? Hey, you stole my question! Why are you fighting in the Dain army? There was a war to liberate Dain while you were gone, so I joined the army again. Well, it looks like you did a good job. Dain has been liberated. What are you still doing in the army? I can't just leave. These people are my friends. Oh, stop with the sentimental nonsense, Jill. In case you haven't noticed, you're fighting your friends, too. What about you, then? How did you end up in this fight? Well, somehow I got mixed up pulling the uprising in Crimea, and then I ended up with the Rose Alliance because, you know, being old friends with Ike and all that. What? Old friends? That's your reason? You're unbelievable. Alright, enough with the talking. What do you want to do now? Do you want to fight me? Of course not. I could never. Go on, finish that sentence, Jill. Then join me. Easy for you to say. You're full of doubt. How do you live like that all the time? Is that how your father wanted you to live? Afraid to trust your own instincts? But Dain has no business in this war. You know that, right? But what about my comrades? What about my friends? This is a fucked up conversation when you think about it in the context of a blood pact, but anyway. Is dying how you show loyalty? If you're their true friend, then why not show them the error of their ways by fighting alongside me? Oh, Captain. Come with me, Jill. We both know that we should follow our hearts, even if it makes us traitors. We know that better than anyone. For the sake of your father, live your life without shame. Yes, sir, Captain Har, and thank you, sir. Alright, well, Har can't do anything, but, you heard the man, Jill. Jumped. Oh, Fiona, I'm so sorry. This is too funny. Actually, I'm not gonna do this, but I'm curious if you... Oh, you have a top combo. Can you, do this and get that? Because I'm curious what that says. No. Because I believe it's something like, oh, you've chosen Pepper. Oh, I can't attack you. Go figure. Alright, that's not enough because Jill's level isn't very high, so... I'm not attacking Meg. I don't want to be that mean. Still, though. 14 to go! Otherwise, I need to find a way to rescue Soren, which is going to be a bit easier said than done. This is when I wish I had crits. Yeah, because I need to heal up Oscar, which I did bring a physics staff. Look at that. I am competent and smart and stuff, kind of, except for when I forget to bring pure waters. By Fang and Claw. Do your thing, Ranulf. That opens that up. Alright, now I don't think this is the most killy group that I could possibly give these kills here, because, like, there's a world in which I do, like, Shannon and stuff, but this is what I gotta make do with. Especially since Har didn't get to do that, because, you know, there may be an instance where I redo this turn and Har kills stuff instead, but I wanted to at least show off that conversation, because I think it's cute. Coincidentally, Mist can also do this, because, courtesy of my Path of Radiance transfer, Jill and Mist have an A support in that game, so, Jill could actually recruit, or Mist could actually recruit Jill instead of Har. But she was way too gosh darn far away, so that wasn't happening. I'll bet I got a crit. That would free me up a lot, actually. Come on, Mist. Oh well. Alright, so I'm gonna move Oscar last, because in case things really get fricked over, I'm gonna take Soren and just run away. In fact, I could do the same thing with Titania, but... yeah, okay. What I might actually just do is... can I rescue you? Yes, I can. I might just rescue everybody, like rescue Soren, rescue Rayson, and just back up with everyone else. Because, yeah, Jill can axe Fiona, which would free me up a lot, because... ooh, this is about to get spicy. Har versus Nyla, let's see who wins, because I can't stop it. Alright, let's see. 14, assuming everybody gets a kill this turn. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7... 6. So I would need to do 6 on this turn. Can I get you across the gap in time? I think I can. Because, yeah, the other thing that I'm worried about is if this Draco Knight starts going hog wild, like, that would get a little ugly. I think I have to pull back here. Alright, get out of here, man. Get him out of here! Go, go, go! We'll do this drive-by on the way out. Makes the most sense, in my opinion. It's a free kill, I might as well take it. So I have to let this go down on enemy phase. There's a world in which those Cavaliers that spawn on 2 sides do the work for me, and I never have to engage Nyla. But something tells me that's not going to happen. But power! This is, they have the might of the Dark God on their side. I cannot continue this fight. Nice and succinct, Fiona. I actually like that about you. Anyway, let's go here. Or here, actually, because I want these guys to kind of go in the pocket, if at all possible. Alright, well, I think no matter what, this guy gets turned into Chop Suey, and I actually get promoted out of the deal. Class change. We did get one after all. And it's a big one, too. Quite the lovely cape there. Seems to be a trend. True Blade. Bonkers stat gains, probably even more than usual. Just strength plus 3 by itself is so neat, especially because, with her most important stats uncapped, Peerless Swordsman, whose total mastery of the blade fascinates all. They employ the skill Astra. Look at this lovely skill. Can launch 5 consecutive attacks. Unlike prior versions of this skill, mainly the one in Path of Radiance, the attack power of these is not cut in half. Bigger deal than you might think. Anyway, Sigrun, do me a favor and do that. Silencer this man. I have to kill Nolan. He's too dangerous to be left alive. And I don't care who I have to use to do that. Who needs Deadeye? I don't. It's just like, oh, you can't Deadeye me. Oh well, Shinon's got a frickin' crit rate the size of Texas. They've got superior numbers on their side. Sorry, Micaiah. I'm retreating for now. Yeah, you better run. That is one angry, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway. So let me just, how many of you have 1-2 ranged weapons? LA, Steel Sword, Poleaxe, Poleaxe. Everyone get the hell out of Kurtnaga's range if you can? Question mark? Like I said, this is an acid test, because I don't know if this guy moves. Aaron didn't move, which was a bit bizarre, but... Hoping to God these guys target Gatry non-stop, because that's what I would want out of this. I'm also gonna do this and then dash back, because this will increase the total kill count to 70. I just need to get as many as possible still. It wasn't possible for me to do what I needed to do and get the counter to 80. Now, it's funny, I was fighting to make sure that that stayed low, and now it's a race against the clock. Go figure. You can't target Mist, but I still want you to die. Like I said, you're too dangerous to be kept alive, because, I don't know, like... that Wormslayer worries me. This is a waste of XP, but it doesn't really matter, because... Like I said, I just need to get the lead out here. Alright, and boy. Might as well send you to take out Edward, because I don't know what else really... Actually, can you deal with this bishop? That's risky. But at the same time, I really just need to start risking these. I need Boyd to chop as many of these guys down as humanly possible here. We are really in a risky spot here. Especially with because Har doesn't have Nihil, so there's a chance that Nyla just kills him with Savage, which I really don't want to have happen. There's a world in which Har takes the Savage on the chin and lives, which would be very funny. I'll take that level up out of the deal. Only got one promotion, but I think Oscar, Boyd, and Gatry will all... we didn't get the rescue staff either, but if I'm being perfectly honest, the rescue staff has very limited utility going forward. Ruh-roh. Alright, live. Live, Oscar. Your life depends on this. Okay, even if he gets doubled, I think we're okay. Because he's definitely getting doubled. Yep, okay. That's fine. We're alive. We're alive. This is a risky business. And yeah, these guys are all moving first. I maybe should have equipped a javelin, because I think this guy's gonna go for Titania. Okay. Oh no, don't value your own life that much. Oh no, there's a world in which I messed this up. No, wait, hang on. It's like a New Year's countdown suddenly. 7? Six? Kick. Oh, damn it. Oh, I forgot about you. Oh, never mind. Gage's just a man. 5? 5, right? That's a Myrmidon. Yeah, you get one shot, buddy. Wait, that's 3, because that'll include Edward. Oh, Edward's going for Gage. Dink. Kablamo! I want to keep fighting, but my body is telling me otherwise. Sorry, Micaiah. I'm pulling back right now. Guys, Micaiah's not here, man. What are you guys talking about? Oh my god. Can one of you guys attack Tabarn instead of doing whatever the hell you're doing over here? Stop attacking those birds. Attack Tabarn. I guarantee you it'll be safe. Wait, there's a world in which all these guys combine for a kill. Oh. Didn't expect you, but that's okay. Oh, this is where a hand axe could have come in handy, because I think, or the broccoli axe could have come in handy, because Har would have lived through that. Alright, we're at 3 now? Dink. I'm leaning forward in my seat right now. This is... Oh god, these long-ass enemy faces are killing me. If I survive to... Okay, Nyla doesn't move. Those guys are taking a snooze, but... Oh wow, a lot of... Okay, that's unexpected. I think we're good. I think we did it. Because these guys are going to finish up everything else here. That's the last one, I think. If this guy doubles. Yes. Ike, get over here quick. Mist collapsed. Wow, you... That's an interesting picture. Boyd is, like, up front, probably covered in blood, and just, like, notices Mist collapse out of the corner of his eye and just charges back over for his girlfriend. That's cute. Mist? Mist! What's wrong? You were right next to her, Ike. How do you not notice? Like, my head. It hurts so much. It's the medallion. What do you mean? The medallion is calling out to me. Please, Ike. Take me to the medallion. Mist, talk to me! Wake up, please! I'll clear you a path. Take Mist with you. Get out of here, quick. Right. Don't worry, I won't die here. You take care of yourself, alright? Hang in there. For me. Wait. I will. I promise. Look after her, alright, Ike? Make sure nothing happens to her. I will. Thanks for this, Boyd. Funnily enough, if you didn't trigger that base conversation back at the beginning of this chapter, Ranulf would actually be doing this instead. You can probably find that on YouTube. There's plenty of stuff like that out there. What's this light? Is this the medallion? She collapsed too? I get it now. Anyone who has the spirit of order within them is affected by this light. Tavard, Queen Nyla, what are you two doing here? Rayson collapsed suddenly. I figured I'd take him to a safe place. Wow, you ran over to him too? Jeez. People getting the let out for their significant others, platonic or not. Goodness. Raphael fell unconscious as well. I thought I'd let him rest with Leanne. But then I found that she had collapsed too. And do you think the medallion did this to them? Mist? The seal on the medallion is about to break. It can't be controlled anymore. My song won't work anymore. We're running out of time. What are you talking about? Call the apostle. She must sing the Galder of Release. Hurry, before it's too late. Please, I can hear a voice. It's inside my head. The voice is telling me that we must not awaken the Dark God through war. A voice in your head? Mist, what is going... Hey, Mist, wake up! Ulki, do you hear me? Bring the Apostle here at once. Are you sure about that? Mist is saying that she could sing the Galder of Release. She's saying that we should wake up the Dark God. The seal will break anyway. If that's the case, then we should take a chance on your sister and do what she says. I agree with the Hawk King. If it's too late to calm the Dark God back to sleep, then, well, it would take too long. Do you think we'll be safe if the Apostle wakes up the Dark God? Didn't we fight a major war to prevent that from happening a few years ago? I don't know. Are we safe now? But I did always wonder why Heron Queen Lilia passed down the Galder of Release. She must have left it behind for a good reason. I'm willing to bet my life on that. Thinking back to the basement in that temple, that's just... It's all coming together now, in a big way. It's our only choice for survival. Besides, we won't know if it'll work until we try. Alright, let's do it. Oh dear God, all those collapsed character models. I brought the Apostle with me. And a little extra baggage. Rayson! Leanne! Now, Tavard, I know you're angry, but we'll work it out when this is over. Not a chance, Nesala. I hope you said your prayers and farewells. After I break every bone in your body, I'm gonna rip your wings off and feed them to you before you get to die. Hawk King Tavard, I must ask you for your patience. This man serves under my command. You think I care, child? This is the Lagoo's matter. You should see yourself out of it very quickly. I will explain later, but put aside your past quarrels for now. Not to repeat the King of Kilvas, but we have more pressing issues we must attend to. Oh, and Hawking, don't ever call me child again. Fine. You get to live for now, Nesala. When this is done, though, you're a corpse. So, what would you have me do? I will use all the power at my disposal to help in this. Sing the Galder of Release for us. The song that was passed down from the Heron Queen to my mother, then from my mother to Mist. But if I sing the Galder before the medallion, it would awaken the Dark God. This is what my sister said. We must not awaken the Dark God with the spirit of chaos. We must use the Galder of Release instead. The seal will break if we just leave the medallion alone. Please, sing the song. Better than releasing the Dark God through war, is that it? Very well, I shall try. What's going on? Nothing's happening. Like, you might have... Okay, so, for context, as Sanagi was singing that, my Wii just started clicking. I think it was trying to load, what's about to happen off the disc, and it sounded like it was singing along. Like, I'm not making that up. I don't know if my mic picked that up. I might have, my noise suppression... I have noise suppression on, so that might not have worked, but that was very funny for a few seconds. Anyway. It's not working! But why? A bird? A melody alone won't work. Wait! This is right in the middle of enemy territory! How the hell did you get in here? So, why are you here? Yeah, exactly, Ike. Commander Ike, and the Lagoose Kings, even the Apostle is here? I thought you'd all be on the battlefield commanding the army. It's just getting really, really bad. Mist and the Herons collapsed because of that thing. I can hear the voice. Finally, we get to meet. I have been guided by this voice for so long. I have finally found my purpose. Galder consists of melody and lyrics. Without both in harmony, the songs have a mere fraction of their power. The Maiden of Dane, the only part I was taught was the melody. I do not know the lyrics. The words, they are passed down through the ages like a bloodline. Though time may pass, their meaning is never lost. When I heard you sing the melody, the words came to me. Micaiah, I don't understand what you're going on about. There's no way you could... Soph, shut up and watch. When I heard the melody, the lyrics felt as if they poured out from deep within me. I know this song. I've known it since before I was born. I am... Good morning to you, my goddess. What has happened? 1,000 years have not passed. Why am I awoken early? Indeed, my goddess, you've been asleep for 780 years. During that time, the world kept its promise to you for a mere 200 years at best. It was, as you said, neither Laguz nor Bjork could resist the urge to fight. They are too weak. Though there are 220 years left until the 1,000th year, there is no longer any need to wait. Is that so? That is your analysis? Then I shall pass down my judgment. I will save them from themselves. Mist, how do you feel? Ike, you look so worried. What happened? Where am I anyway? The last I remember, I was on the battlefield. You don't remember? I had a horrible headache and my stomach really hurt. Then Suddenly it all went away. Raisin! Tabarn, what is this place? Are you alright, Raisin? Nisala, why are you here? You betrayed us again, you dastard! I had my reasons. I know you'll never forgive me, but I at least wanted you to hear me out. But it can wait. Tabarn and I will work out our problems first. You go ahead and sleep now, alright? Very well. I'm glad to hear that. Start talking before I tear your arms off. Whatever my reasons, you won't forgive me. I know that. But I'm asking you to put your feelings aside for now. We're both worried about the Herods, right? You spineless piece of trash! You used that on the line on me before, remember? And look what forgiveness did to my people! You live now because I choose for you to live, Nesala. Once this mess gets sorted, though, I'll be wearing your beak as a trophy. Get out of my sight! Raphael and Leanne are still out cold. Will they be alright? There's no need to worry. They're just not used to the spirit of chaos being so near. They'll wake up soon. Micaiah? What happened to the Dark God? Is she awake? I'm not Micaiah. She's sleeping right now. What? What are you saying? If you're not Micaiah, then where is she? I wonder where Asher is. We must hurry and make our judgment. Wait, what are you doing? No, you must consult with me first. No, don't do this.
How are you feeling?
It's weird, but I feel great.
Like a weight's been lifted from our shoulders.
But the battlefield hasn't changed a bit. And yet all the negative energy is gone. How could that be?
No matter. So long as things on the battlefield go well.
You're right. But what if we can end this now?
What if we could? What then? War is a simple thing. What comes after? That is hard. Diplomacy is a battle that I have never known how to fight. What is it? You think it will rain?
No, not rain.
Mist, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. What happened, though? What was that light? I don't know, but it's very quiet outside. Too quiet. I hope everyone's okay. Yep, not yet. That cutscene was gonna play. So, can you tell me what's going on out there? Impossible. I can't hear anything. Either that light took my hearing, or there's nothing out there. What do you mean? There were thousands of troops. I'll go take a look. It's time. Everyone, let's go outside. Hey, Micaiah, wait!
What happened? There's statues. Hey! Anyone? Can anyone hear me? Somebody, please! Somebody, please! Answer me! Answer me! Is anyone here?
That's one way to end this part of the game.
I will know that you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure as I would reward your success.
Order and chaos, a goddess divided, judgment, hope, and an ancient covenant. All armies march toward the goddess's tower to learn what has happened to their world. Part 4, Gods and Men.
Well, that's a lot of bonus XP. You might have noticed that our okay, it hasn't happened yet. It'll become apparent shortly. You know, I didn't expect that to only take one attempt. That map, like I said, there was a chance that that strategy I was gonna pull off would go tits up, but thankfully it didn't. I even had the Blizzard Tome on Jill just as a backup in case something went wrong, but thankfully that never happened. Anyway, there is, like I said, there's still a lot of plot left, so I'm gonna keep going here, because normally the prologue for part 4 would start. In fact, actually, before I do this, I'm gonna take a break, because, yeah, we've been going for a hot minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So, I guess, like, I'm gonna save housekeeping for now, because I would usually do it during this break, but if I'm being perfectly honest, there's a pretty important thing that we have to go over, at least for this part of the game that's coming up, because depending on who you talk to, this part is the weakest part of the game, or is... I mean, I think from a plot perspective it's very interesting, but it'll become apparent once we actually get to start doing the missions in part 4, more than anything else. But for the time being, let's head back here. Because like I said, the way that things are gonna go is a little bit odd, shall we say. I'm gonna there's still a lot of game left, shall we say, but there's not a lot of actual combat. The combat that was in the previous chapter will pretty much be the only stuff that I do, at least here for now. As far as I can see and all can hear, it seems we're the only ones left. Strange, I guess only the strongest of us didn't wind up as statues. And also Meg, but I won't talk about that. Anyone who was in the building with us was safe too, but everyone else was petrified. Whoa. Wow, there are quite a few more of you that flesh creatures left than I imagined. I thought that was Ulky for a second. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's good. Maybe that means we'll stand a chance against her. Micaiah, are you feeling alright? I'm not Micaiah. How many times do I have to tell you that? If you're not Micaiah, then who are you? I'm Yune. Pleased to meet you. Yune? What did you do to Micaiah? Micaiah is here with me now. She knows that you'll never save the petrified ones without me. So she let me use her body to talk to you. Alright, let me ask you this, Yune. If you don't have a body of your own, what the heck are you? I've been asleep inside the medallion for a long, long time. Longer than any of you can imagine. But the Galder woke me up. Luron's medallion? Are you the dark god who was sealed inside it? Dark god, dark god. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not one of those. I am neither holy nor base, neither angel nor devil. I am freedom, chaos, transformation, future, mystery. I am Yune. I don't care what you're called. Was it you that turned everyone into stone? No, that wasn't me. I don't think. I've done much of anything. I just woke up, so I don't have that kind of power just yet. That was Ashura's doing. It was her judgment upon this world. Nonsense! Holy Ashura would never harm us. She protects us at all times and guides us toward the right path. You've got it all wrong, the meat one. Ashura is neither kind nor loving to the beings of this world. Neither is she holy nor base, angel nor devil. She is restriction, order, stability, past, certainty, restraint. She is Ashura. I don't understand. Why would the goddess Ashera try to destroy us? If anyone's going to kill us out, shouldn't it be you, the dark god who was sealed inside the medallion? You called me a dark god again! How would you like it if I called you a dark bag of organs? I don't want to talk to you anymore. What? Instead, I'll talk to you! Yes, you're the one! Me? Ashura always hated me, but I like her. You've got some of her in you, so I'll talk to you. Oh, okay, so you're Yune? That's right, I'm Yune. Ashura's order, I am chaos. We are sisters, but opposite in all things. We're linked to one another, though. When I sleep, Ashura sleeps. When I wake, Ashura wakes. Oh, then you're a goddess. I'm so sorry. Please forgive my insolence. I've been talking down to you like you're a little kid. No, it's fine. Talk to me however you like. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me. Well, alright, if you insist. So you were sealed inside the medallion, but now you're inside Micaiah? That's right. And the goddess Ashura was the one who turned all the Bjork and the Lagoos into stone. Oh, are you here to tell us how to save them? Wait, I get it. You're the one who spoke to me. You said, wake me with the Galder of release, not with the spirit of war. Yes, I did! I'm so glad you understood. You're so very clever. Of course, I was hoping by sending you that message, I would stop all of this from happening. What do you mean? We're running out of time, so I'll explain quickly. Long, long ago, your ancestors made a promise to Ashura. They promised they would start no wars among all the nations for at least 1,000 years. If this promise was broken, then Ashura would destroy the world and try again with a new one. Despite this promise, you bone cages kept fighting each other. Eventually, war and conflict spread throughout the world. When Ashura woke up, she cast down her judgment upon those who failed to keep her promise. I still don't understand. Why would it make a difference whether you were woken up by the Galder or by the Spirit of Chaos? How are you planning to stop Ashura from passing down her judgment? I'm not talking to you! Oh, by all that's... Would you stop acting like a child? Please forgive my brother, Yune. We want to save the people who were turned into stone. We need you to tell us how. It didn't matter that we woke you with the Galder of Release, right? First of all, you should understand that, because of our link, waking me is the same as waking Ashura. Now, if Ashura had been... Is it Ashura or Ashura? I can't freaking tell. If Ashura had been awakened by the Spirit of Chaos, none of us would be standing here right now. By the terms of our promise, she was just supposed to destroy the world. No hesitation, no discussion. But if she was awakened by the Galder of Release, she was supposed to consult with me first. She wasn't supposed to pass down her judgment until she heard from me. Ashura went ahead and turned everyone into stone without asking me. That's so unfair! I'll show her, though. I'll turn them all back somehow. The problem is that I can't do this by myself. I need your help. Will you help me? Of course we'll help. It's strange, but I trust you, Yune. And we want to save all the people who got turned into stone. Or we all want to save, you know what I mean. Yes, we'll do whatever it takes. That's right! We will allow nothing to stand in our way. We will fight! It's all so confusing, but we must do everything in our power to save the people. To be honest, I've spent my life teaching that the goddess Ashura watches over and protects us. This is all a little hard to accept. You don't have to believe me. You could just let her destroy the world. No, I will do whatever it takes to save the people who were turned to stone. I will join the others in helping you. So what you're saying is that we all have to play nice and work together? Just forget about all that's happened? So open your eyes and look around. There aren't that many people left to fix this mess. If you don't help, we can't do it. Besides, I would think saving the world is something we can all agree on. You're right, Commander. All of this is the result of our war. I guess there's not much reason for flag waving on either side. First thing we have to do is unpetrify everyone, and, well... I'm actually kind of relieved. At least I don't have to worry about fighting you anymore. I wasn't looking forward to that matchup either. It's settled then. After we begin, I know, let's divide the army into 3 teams. I'm pretty sure that Ashura is going to notice what we're up to. Dividing us up is smart. It reduces the risk of everyone getting killed at once. We have to hurry. I can feel Ashura's power building. It's all over if we get turned to stone, too. Alright, everyone, it's up to us. What's your name? I'm Ike. Alright, Ike, you won't call me a dark god ever again, will you? Not if you don't like it. Can I call you now? I would like that. I guess I forgive you then. Oh, I know. As a sign of my forgiveness, I'll make sure that you can get to your destination safely. I can't do it for everyone because it's a little bit exhausting for me, but hold still and close your eyes. I'm ready. Vanguard. Hey, the portrait change. Kind of like, not the greatest promotion bonuses. There were no, like, +3s in Egal stats, for instance, but I'm not really sure Ike needs them. We're past the point where he was in Path of Radiance by, like, a long shot. Anyway. How do you feel? Strong. Like I can take on anyone. Wow, you're very confident for a being that can die. Let's see, you go with this team. I'm going with you. I'm not leaving your Micaiah's side. Fine. Micaiah says that's what she wants to. Let me talk to her. Not right now. I'll have plenty of time to talk on the road, alright? Hey, you're with this team over here. Damn it. Young man. Anyway. If it'll load. There we go. So this is a little bit awkward. We actually get to pick who goes where, and I've been thinking about this basically from the beginning of the game on. This is a very pivotal decision to make because, as Yune basically indicated, we're all split up into 3 groups. Now, as far as I'm concerned, so I'm basically going to spoil what happens in part 4. Once we split up, each of these teams will be doing 2 separate chapters. To put it simply, one easy map and one hard map. But both require that you divide your armies up in a particular manner so that you don't gimp yourself. To that end, first off, Neil Lucci, you can stay there. I think I'll keep most of the Dawn Brigade members together, although having Leith and Mordecai over there is going to be kind of important, so yeah, we'll do something like that. Ike's group is, out of all the groups that need help, the Silver Army needs it the most. Their easy chapter is somewhat doable with this force, but as you can see, a lot of these guys are actually fairly weak. And I'm only going to make it worse. Meanwhile, the further to the right you go, the more and more self-sufficient the armies get. For instance, actually, wait a minute. Where is... There you are. Okay, so I can't adjust inventories right now, but I think in decreasing order of importance, we're going to have something like this. So the Silver Army, the most important units I think to put in there are flying units, which is why Har and Jill are coming along. Jill's got a lot of catching up to do, but I can give her Paragon, and that'll be over in no time. The same goes for Khalil, who I need to promote, preferably before the hard map that the Silver Army goes through. Like I said, this is the weakest group by far, mainly because we have Leanne, who's the weakest of the 3 Herons, and the other armies have at least one Laguz Royal. It's not immediately apparent yet, but Sanagi and Nesala will be going into this group. The units that are force deployed in this group, or forced to go in this group, I should say, aren't really enough to tackle what you need to do. Especially since, like, Soth isn't really a combat unit anymore, but he still does have some utility going forward. Skrimir is good, but he needs back. Skrimir is good. Sigrun is okay, but both of them need backup. Nesala counts, but Har, Jill, Khalil, Nolan, Zahark, and even Danvid, I think, are all going to be pretty pivotal here. The alternative is to put Nethany in this group, but I think what I'm going to do instead is... Actually, this army's pretty much set. Let me look at Ike's group. Ike's group is incredibly self-sufficient by comparison, but you're going to want to keep most of the Grail mercenaries together just because they function very well as a team. That means basically everybody you see here. Heather is very important because one of the maps that the Grail mercenaries go through, the first one actually has a lot of hidden items that are very much worth grabbing, and the other has a lot of locked chests and doors, so Heather's going to pull her weight there and then some. Everybody else doesn't really matter. I think the A team that I was using, at least for, now that I think about it, do I want to put Rolf over here? I kind of do, mainly because, like, these two probably aren't going to get fielded unless I absolutely have to, and Rolf has a little bit going for him that the others just don't. So I'll keep Marcia around, I'll keep Neil Lucci around. Neil Lucci hasn't seen combat since part 2, which is very funny, but... Yeah, we'll do this, and then I think I'm going to put Neff in this group, mainly because... Okay, so the Hawk Army. This is a bit trickier, mainly because... Okay. Yeah, this is a bit trickier, because this army is the most self-sufficient out of the 3. I can basically... The problem is with this deployment right now is I only have 3 units that are basically just dead weight, that being Fiona, Ileana, and Volug. Volug I want to keep in the Grail army because doing so actually gets me a free item later. The same thing goes for, like, say, keeping Ulki and Janaf in the Hawk army. This group of 8 right here, and then I guess maybe Kiran or Aaron, those units combined can solo these maps going forward. Braum can even probably help too, so can Laura, because we're going to need an extra healer. But I figured Like, we have around a dozen units that are going to be able to pull their weight and then some, and Kiran's going to get a lot done as well. That being said, I maybe want to... The units I'm not sure about are Nephany and a couple of others. I think the Silver Army is going to be good, because yes, we have a bunch of units that are tier 2 and not necessarily close to promotion yet, but the chapters going forward will have a habit of fixing that pretty darn soon. Marsha's the unit I'm not sure about, because, like I said, this group is damn self-sufficient, because Tabarn can clean house like nobody's business, Renulfa's pretty good, Ulgi and Janaf both have their ults already, so we can just kind of deploy our Laguz units and be done with it. Lucia's not bad, Elincia is an exceptionally strong healer, and Rayson is the best Heron. Raphael will be different, I think, compared to everybody else, but yeah. The other thing I'm concerned about is cavalry, because having this many cavalry units in Ike's group is maybe a problem. I think what I'll do is... I want to keep Rice with the rest of the Grail army. Same thing goes for Mia. But let me think here, because Kiran's good to keep around in here. Same thing goes for Makalov, Astrid, Lyre, Kai'Sa, Leonardo, Meg. These units probably aren't going to see play at all, but Braum, Laura, and Aaron probably will. So, Yeah, Nephany is the biggest question mark here, because by doing this, I'm keeping one Sentinel in every army. But the problem is, like, I guess I could put Disarm on other units, so I'm not reliant on Braum getting it. But, because, like, who do I put here? Because when you look at the deployment list, 6 of these units aren't going to see any play, like I said. 3 here, and then, like, 1 here, potentially, with Edward. I don't want to put any cavalry in Micaiah's army. They will absolutely get way too bogged down. The first map is actually pretty good for them. The second map is horrible. But, if I'm being perfectly honest, like I said, it's the Silver Army that I'm the most and least worried about at the same time. Because, like I said, there's 12 units here that I could reliably field, but if I need another one as a backup, I genuinely don't know who to put. I guess Makalov will have to do. Because, like, Kai'Sa, Lyre, Astrid, Leonardo, and Meg are all pretty bad for this point in the game. Should I... No, I don't really care about the Leonardo Edward support at all. It's completely pointless at this point. Yeah, the other thing is that, I guess from my own playthrough experience, before I get off of the screen and stop talking, Laura's kind of another interesting one, because normally I keep her with the Silver Army, but because I want to put Aaron in the Hawk Army, I kind of had this idea in my head going forward. The big conundrum with that is that that would leave the Silver Army without 2 healers, whereas both of the other armies do have them. The way around this is obviously Khalil. If I promote her to Arcsage, she gets stabs, and that problem is fixed. That being said, I have to get her there, which is another story entirely, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Phew, okay, that's a lot of talking. Let's actually let things unfold from here on out. Finish choosing units? I don't know, I'm a bit worried about the Hawk Army, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Each team will take a different route, but your destination is the same. It's the Tower of Guidance that stands in the middle of the land you named Benyon. Go there at once. I hope to see you all there. I'll be waiting. Waiting? Aren't you coming with us? I'll see you at the tower. A bird? Yune! Then she must be... Micaiah. Micaiah! Oh, hello, Sybil. You're back! I was so worried. Hey, if that bird was Yune, where did she go? I don't know where exactly, but she said she must go look for... something. Leaving us by ourselves? What's she thinking? At least we know what we have to do. Let's move out for the town. May I have a moment before we leave? Prince Kurth has requested that I pass these out to the herons. Those are sending stones, right? Correct. Fortunately for us, each Heron has been assigned to a different team. It's true, we couldn't change them up. Granted, if you're familiar with the Fire Emblem series at all, they typically don't let you have multiple dancers or bards on the same map. It tends to break the game. But not by that much, actually. King Tavarn, would you give this one to Prince Rayson? That's ideal. We can communicate with the other teams using these stones. Good idea. Queen Nyla, please give this one to Prince Raphael. I will. And the last one is for Princess Leanne. She's on my team. I'll give it to her. Alright, we're ready to go. See you at the tower. Yeah, see you at the tower. Hopefully. Ike. Since we're on different teams, I need to tell you something before we go. Something is important. Something very important. It's General Zelgius. Next time you see him, Ike, use caution. He's your enemy. What do you mean? He's the one. He's the Black Knight. What? Zelgius is the Black Knight. I became certain of it when we crossed the river. It can't be. I wasn't going to tell you until I had hard proof, but it looks like we're out of time. Sorry I didn't tell you before. General Zelgius is the one who killed my father? I doubt that Zelgius has been turned to stone. Be careful, Ike. You might run into him. Good luck to you. Zelgius, the Black Knight. Yeah, that's a bit of an interesting stinger to end up on. I'll get into the base, but I don't think I'm going to do anything, because we're probably going to end things off once this prologue properly starts.
Ashura, the goddess of order, has awakened. Her righteous fury has turned nearly all of the warring soldiers to stone. Yune, the goddess of chaos, has also awakened. Freed from Liran's medallion, she counsels Ike and his companions to split into 3 groups and make for the Tower of Guidance. Micaiah is joined by her constant companion, Soth. General Scrimir also accompanies her, along with Nasala and Princess Leanne. Apostle Sanaki rounds out the group, traveling with her chief bodyguard, Sigrun, and others. Micaiah's company decides on a southern route and sets out for Benyan. Save for the sounds of the local wildlife, their path is eerily silent and empty. It's as though they have stepped into a vast and desolate monument to the war.
Prologue. Chaos named. Oh boy, this is... Well, we're not going to do this today, but this is going to be interesting. Because... Blessed servants of the goddess, I bring dire news. The Dark God has awakened and made its wrath manifest in stone. All of us were turned to hard rock by its evil power, yet we stand here today made flesh again by the power of the goddess. Why is that? It is because we are the chosen ones. Go forth, disciples of order, deliver her divine judgment upon the Dark God and those who worship it. Alright everyone, let's spend the night in this town. Please be sure to get some rest and prepare for tomorrow. I don't like the air here. It's a little too pristine. Too clean. I feel like I'm befouling it just by standing here. Nothing, Leanne. Just talking to myself. Would you like to join us for dinner, Nestling? I've prepared enough for 3. Neolucci, I've told you, don't call me Nestling. I'm not the child you used to take care of. Just look after Leanne. I don't need babysitting anymore. I was wondering where you were. Isala, you traitor! You turned on your own kind! You're right, of course. Just go ahead and tear me apart. I deserve it. You think I won't? I will make you pay for the suffering of my comrades. Do not bully Isala. Bully? This word has brought ruin on the Laguz Alliance. But Misala suffers too. Very, very much. Leanne, I wish you would stop looking into my soul. It's very rude. Misala's suffering? He hasn't suffered enough yet. I can fix that, though. Whoa, hang on, buddy. Please do not harm my young master. Take me instead. Get out of my way, old crow, or you'll die, young master. Wait, Skramir, Nielucci, Leanne, get out of the way too. Whoa, I forgot. You run? You are both a traitor and a coward, Isala. Sorry, but I changed my mind. Someone else wants my head even more than you do. If I let you kill me, you might never find an outlet for all of his anger. You have a point. Tabarn has the greater right to kill. I will let him punish him twitch. Standing down? I'm a little surprised. Are you tired of your role as the hot-headed lion prince, Skramir? Don't push me, Freedom King. Is he gone? Goodness, from the look in his eyes, he would eat us all. Whatever you say, Leanne, whatever you say. Anyway, yeah, we couldn't actually control our deployments here, but, are they at the bottom? Oh, no, they're at the bottom. Nope, okay, they're not available yet. Yeah, we can't look into, Sanaki or Nesala's inventories yet, because they haven't officially joined us, but they will. That being said, the merchants have actually divided themselves up too, as will become apparent later. In terms of this group, Ralt is the biggest question mark out of the group. Everybody else might see combat one way or another. Even if it's only for utility purposes, I genuinely don't know yet, because... Yeah, I need units that can fight, and we definitely have our fair share. Har's gonna be doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, but that's a story for another time. Actually, who was MVP on the last map? Boyd, yeah, that tracks. Other thing I forgot to mention. If you'll notice, all of our bonus XP has been combined. In fact, so have our inventories. So just from this screen alone, the boots that we got from Micaiah's earlier chapters have kind of gone in, along with all of our Master Crowns, as well as some of the promotion items that we got from Ike's group. So we can trade those around as we see fit. Same thing goes for, like, this Shine Tome that we bought, or I think I bought it. I forgot where I got it from. Along with the Elite Tomes that we stole from the poor, as well as the men's staffs that we stole. Micaiah's gonna need one of these. I'm just gonna do that right now. Gonna need a lot of extra healing. We can also potentially give Aaron his stuff back, but I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Gonna need this too, as well as... Your equipment's pretty good, David, honestly. Might give you Gatry's... or this is Aaron's, right? Why don't you take a hold of it? Anyway, we'll take care of most of the action next stream, because we're hitting the 3-hour mark right away, and good God, I don't want this to go for 5, because Lord knows it will. Let's go find a raid target. As soon as I... Come on, where's my... There it is. Yeah, so... the after-action part of it, I knew that would take like an hour, but that's okay with me. Let's see, well, I don't normally get to raid Kian, he's playing more Mario Party, so let's go ahead and do that.